Have you ever found yourself wondering why certain older men effortlessly attract the attention of younger women, while others struggle to make any impact? Is there something they know that you don't, or are they simply playing a different game? Imagine if you could learn the hidden psychological dynamics that make younger women feel captivated and intrigued, rather than putting yourself in the dreaded friend or big brother zone. If you've ever questioned what it takes to maintain her interest and respect, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're uncovering the top 10 mistakes many older men make when interacting with younger women. Mistakes that can instantly kill attraction and keep you out of her romantic radar. These are subtle yet powerful insights you likely won't find anywhere else. From the instinct to play the hero and swoop in to solve her problems to the surprising impact of holding a simple glass of water instead of a drink, each tip is crafted to help you exude the confidence and maturity that women find irresistible. We'll also explore how certain habits, like being overly agreeable or constantly seeking her approval, can come across as insecure and repel her. Believe it or not, just knowing how to balance your interests without appearing needy can transform how she perceives you. Stay tuned until the end, because the last tip might shock you. It's the most overlooked but crucial behavior to avoid, one that can determine whether she sees you as intriguing or ordinary. We'll break down how to maintain the mystery, why respecting her independence is key, and how projecting calm, collected confidence can make her see you as someone worth her time and interest. If you're ready to elevate your understanding of attraction and learn what truly sets apart the men who succeed, this is the video for you. By the end, you'll not only recognize these common mistakes, but you'll also know how to avoid them, putting you on a whole new playing field in the art of attraction. So, grab a seat and stay with us until the last tip. It just might be the game changer you've been looking for. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 10. Avoid the temptation to play hero. One of the most common missteps older men make with younger women is feeling an almost irresistible urge to be her savior, to play the role of the hero who rides in, full of confidence, ready to fix any problem she shares. While it may seem like a strong, caring move, one that might even impress her, the reality is that this approach usually has the opposite effect. Imagine a younger woman sharing her day with you, opening up about the little annoyances, the setbacks at work, or the challenges she's facing. She's not inviting you into her world because she wants a solution. She's simply sharing her experiences with someone she values. When you step in and start fixing things, it shifts the dynamic entirely, casting you in a role more akin to that of a caretaker or, worse, a father figure. And trust me, once you're in that role, it's almost impossible to change her perception of you. Think about it. When you become the fixer, you're subtly sending the message that you don't believe she can handle her own life or that she needs someone to save her. This can be both frustrating and disappointing to a woman who wants a partner, not a rescuer. She may even start to see you as another dependable figure, like a big brother or a close friend, rather than a romantic interest. And once that line is crossed, it's tough to go back. A woman wants to feel your respect for her independence. She wants someone who listens without judgment, who lets her figure things out and find her solutions. When you stay calm, listen attentively, and avoid swooping in with answers, you show that you trust her abilities, and that quiet confidence will be far more attractive than any solution you could offer. Number 9. Skip the alcoholic drink. Hold water instead. Picture this scenario. You're at a party, surrounded by people, and there's a glass in your hand. In one scenario, it's a beer or a cocktail. In the other, it's a simple glass of sparkling water. Now, think about the message each drink sends. Studies have shown that when a man holds an alcoholic drink, people subconsciously perceive him as less sharp and focused, often due to what's known as the imbibing idiot bias. This bias suggests that when we see someone drinking, we tend to think they're not as clear-minded or in control, even if they haven't had much to drink. Imagine the effect this could have on how she perceives you. When she sees you with a bottle of water or sparkling water in your hand, it subtly sends a signal that you're a man who values his clarity, who's mindful of his presence and composure. Holding water suggests you're not there to get lost in the moment, but to engage meaningfully with the people around you, to listen, to observe, and to be fully in control. It shows maturity and discipline. It's the real world, not the movies, where the guy with the drink always gets the girl. A man who demonstrates self-restraint and composure will stand out far more. So next time you're at a social event, opt for that water or sparkling water. You'll find that people respond to your grounded presence, your quiet confidence, and your strong sense of self. Number 8. Don't agree just to keep the peace. Many men believe that nodding along to everything a younger woman says will make them more likable, that it's the secret to winning her over. But the reality is that constant agreement can harm the connection, sending the message that you're more interested in being agreeable than in showing who you truly are. It can make you seem overly compliant, like you're willing to mold yourself to her views, even if they conflict with your own. And to a younger woman, this lack of assertiveness comes across as weak and, frankly, unappealing. Women respect a man who has his own opinions, one who's confident enough to respectfully disagree and hold his ground. Imagine this. She's sharing her thoughts on a topic, and instead of immediately nodding along, you listen thoughtfully and offer a different perspective. By doing this, you're showing her that you're an individual with your own beliefs and values. You're a man who isn't afraid of respectful disagreement, and that level of self-assuredness is highly attractive. Women are drawn to men who have a strong sense of self, who aren't just yes men, but partners they can respect and learn from. The truth is, no woman wants a man who is afraid of a little challenge. Embrace your opinions. It will only make her respect you more. Number 7. Don't reveal your feelings too quickly. When you first meet someone you're interested in, it's natural to want to express those feelings, to show them how captivated you are. But if you reveal too much, too soon, you eliminate a critical element of attraction: mystery. Younger women, especially, often find the thrill in the unknown, in the sense of discovering more about a person over time. The allure is in the chase, in the slow unveiling of a person's character, their thoughts, their emotions. By keeping a bit of your feelings close to your chest, you allow her the opportunity to wonder, to question, and to invest in finding out where you stand. If, on the other hand, you lay all your cards on the table from the start, she may feel as though she's already won you over, and that intrigue starts to fade. Attraction often thrives on subtlety, on the moments in between, on the glances and small hints rather than grand gestures and declarations. Instead of telling her exactly how you feel, let her pick up on it through your actions, through the way you look at her, through small gestures. Let her wonder, and let that curiosity draw her closer. In keeping her guessing, you create an element of excitement and mystery that will only deepen her attraction. Number 6. Don't seek her approval. One of the biggest mistakes older men make with younger women is seeking validation, consciously or unconsciously. It might be subtle, a quick "did you like that?" after sharing an opinion, or a hopeful glance after telling a joke. But these little signals can quickly communicate that you're craving her approval, and in a romantic context, that can be an attraction killer. The irony is that the more you seek her approval, the less likely she is to be drawn to you. Women are attracted to men who carry a quiet, unshakable confidence. When you know who you are and don't rely on anyone else's validation, it shows. You're not sharing your thoughts in the hope that she'll agree. You're expressing yourself because it's simply who you are. Instead of trying to win her over with every word, focus on being present, on letting her see your confidence in a natural, unforced way. Let her be the one wondering if she has your approval. By not seeking her validation, you become more intriguing, and she'll find herself drawn to your self-assurance and independence. Number 5. Don't overdo the aloofness. It's a common piece of advice to play it cool, but there's a fine line between being intriguing and coming off as uninterested. Too many men mistake aloofness for confidence, thinking that by showing little emotion or withholding interest, they'll appear mysterious or unattainable. But, in truth, if you act too distant, you risk making her feel dismissed or unimportant. The key is to balance interest with a touch of mystery. Show her that you're engaged and that you find her interesting, but avoid falling into neediness or over-attentiveness. A well-timed compliment, a playful tease, or a comment on something unique about her is enough to show her that you're present without making it seem like you're trying too hard. For instance, acknowledging a skill of hers with a playful twist, "That's impressive. I'd like to see if you could beat me at it," keeps things light and fun. But if you follow it up with another comment that's too similar or overly critical, you might come off as disinterested or condescending. Remember, the goal is to connect, not create a gap. By showing just enough interest without going overboard, you create a dynamic that's both engaging and magnetic, keeping her intrigued and drawing her closer. Number 4. Don't overburden her with your problems. In the world of relationships, few things are as misunderstood as the role of emotional support. Many men, regardless of age, fall into the trap of seeing their partner as a refuge where they can unload every single worry, frustration, and problem without restraint. But gentlemen, let me tell you, this is a grave mistake that, over time, can erode the foundation of attraction. Picture this. You're sharing your troubles with her, each one like a stone you hand her, until suddenly she's weighed down by the entire burden of your struggles. What may seem like honesty or transparency to you can feel to her like emotional overloading, an unwelcome burden that shifts the balance of strength in the relationship. Instead of feeling inspired by your presence, she might feel exhausted, as though you're looking at her as a crutch rather than a partner. Now, it's important to understand that being open doesn't mean you have to share every single challenge you're going through. As an older man, you're at a point in life where you're expected to have developed a certain resilience and an ability to face problems head-on without leaning too heavily on others. When you vent endlessly or seek her sympathy for every setback, you inadvertently send the message that you're struggling to handle life's challenges alone. Women naturally gravitate towards men who exhibit strength and independence, especially when it comes to dealing with personal challenges. This strength doesn't mean being stoic or suppressing all emotions, but rather it's about showing that you can stand tall even when the going gets tough. There's a fine line between healthy vulnerability and overexposure. Oversharing your struggles, insecurities, and past failures can inadvertently paint you as someone lacking confidence. Instead, demonstrate self-assuredness by keeping most of your problems in check and selectively choosing what to share. Think of vulnerability as a seasoning in a dish. Too much, and it overpowers the whole meal. But in the right amount, it adds flavor, making you relatable and approachable without seeming weak. If you do share something about yourself, do so with a touch of humor and self-assurance. Light-hearted self-deprecation can be endearing and signals that you're comfortable with who you are, flaws and all. Laughing off a minor flaw, like that time you burned dinner or got lost on a hike, shows her you don't take yourself too seriously. When you can talk about your shortcomings without allowing them to define you, it is not only your self-confidence but also your resilience. Number 3. Resist the urge to over-apologize. Another big mistake many men make is over-apologizing, especially for things that don't warrant it. Let's be honest. Many of us tend to apologize excessively as a reflex, almost as if we're afraid of being judged or appearing inconsiderate. But constantly saying sorry over minor, inconsequential issues can come across as insecure, as if you're too eager to please or afraid of her disapproval. When you're always apologizing, it creates an uneven power dynamic, where you seem to be the one always striving for her acceptance, which can diminish your strength in her eyes. Instead, practice handling minor mishaps with grace and confidence. Suppose you're running a few minutes late to meet her. Rather than arriving flustered and breathlessly saying, "I'm so sorry," walk in calmly and say, "Thanks for waiting." A simple shift like this shows that you value her time but don't feel the need to place yourself in the wrong over something trivial. When you remove the unnecessary apology, you also eliminate the sense that you're overly concerned about her approval. Instead of coming across as overly submissive, you show her that you view your time and presence as valuable. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, Please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. If she ever points out something that bothered her, don't rush to apologize immediately. Instead, take a deep breath and acknowledge her perspective with something like, "I see what you're saying." This gives you a moment to assess her feelings without immediately assuming blame. Even when you know you've made a mistake, avoid excessive apologies. A simple, confident acknowledgement like, "I'll be more mindful next time," goes a long way in showing accountability without reducing yourself to a position of inferiority. This approach demonstrates maturity and self-assurance, which are far more attractive qualities than unnecessary apologies. Number 2. Maintain control over your emotions, always. The moment you allow a younger woman to provoke you into anger or frustration, you're handing over control. Reacting emotionally can be a significant weakness, one that signals to her that she holds the power to sway your mood. When you're in control of your reactions, you radiate a calm strength that shows you're grounded and unaffected by minor provocations. Women respect a man who doesn't allow his emotions to be manipulated, intentionally or unintentionally. Imagine this scenario. A man is out at dinner with a younger woman who makes a cheeky comment about his job. Now, a confident man would laugh it off or respond with a witty remark, but let's say he instead snaps back, visibly irritated. In that brief instant, he reveals his sensitivity to criticism, suggesting insecurity. What could have been a light-hearted moment suddenly becomes a tense interaction, causing the connection to weaken. This is a situation where his reaction, not her remark, becomes the focal point, damaging his image in her eyes. Remember, a calm, confident demeanor, even in the face of teasing or playful jabs, speaks volumes. When you refuse to let her or anyone else dictate your mood, you show a sense of control that many women find deeply attractive. This isn't about being cold or detached. It's about showing that your emotional stability doesn't hinge on her opinion of you. Keeping your cool not only signals strength, but it also creates an atmosphere where she feels safe to express herself without worrying that her words might push you over the edge. In turn, she'll likely feel even more respect and admiration for you. Number 1. Don't elevate her on a pedestal for her looks alone. This is one of the biggest traps men fall into, especially when dealing with a younger woman whose beauty is captivating. Research shows that younger women are far more likely to lose interest in men who shower them with compliments purely based on their appearance. Why? Because they've likely heard it all before. When you constantly praise her beauty, it can start to feel empty or insincere, making you blend in with all the other men vying for her attention. When you treat her like an unattainable goddess based on looks alone, you risk turning into just another face in the crowd, forgotten as soon as the next admirer comes along. True attraction goes beyond the surface. A woman wants to feel that you're drawn to more than just her physical appearance. Compliment her mind, her ambitions, her sense of humor. These are the qualities that reveal the unique individual behind the face. When you can look past her looks and connect on a deeper level, it shows that you're a man who values substance, a quality that stands out. Let her beauty be a bonus, not the focal point of your interest. Experienced men understand that putting her on a pedestal does neither of you any favors. Instead of emphasizing her physical attributes, take an interest in what makes her who she is. Maybe she has a quirky laugh, a unique perspective on the world, or a fascinating career. Find these points of connection, and you'll make a lasting impression that goes beyond mere admiration. When you can make her feel special without overly emphasizing her appearance, you set yourself apart, and that makes the bond between you much more genuine and meaningful. In summary, building attraction and connection isn't about trying too hard or overthinking every move. It's about being yourself in a way that communicates strength, confidence, and respect. Show her that you're grounded in your own identity, capable of facing challenges independently, and genuinely interested in her as a person, not just as a pretty face. Thank you for watching and diving into the psychology behind attraction with us. Today, we've explored essential principles that can make all the difference when it comes to creating meaningful connections and avoiding common pitfalls. We've unpacked the importance of showing respect for her independence, mastering the balance between interest and mystery, and projecting confidence without being overbearing. All subtle yet powerful ways to cultivate intrigue and genuine attraction. Now, I want to know, what have you learned from this video? Was there a specific insight that hit home for you? Something you hadn't considered before? Or maybe a habit you're ready to change to elevate how you come across in relationships? Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below, and tell us one tip or perspective you'll start practicing in your own life. Your experiences and insights can inspire others and help build a community where we all learn and grow together. If this video helped you see attraction in a new light, please let us know by leaving a comment. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on relationships, psychology, and self-development. Your support means everything, and with each like, share, and subscription, you're helping us bring more insightful content your way. Thank you for being part of this journey, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.